Yes, the Kaedahara and Amenoma clans were both members of... After I returned to Inazuma. The techniques of blade... Unfortunately...
So...
It is a great pity in... As an example, there is nothing. As for the...
That's right. For only a blade...
Indeed. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedahara clan has fallen...
You overestimate. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist...
Ah, yes. He didn't say a word before, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato. Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. He's never been He is
Truth be told, based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No, he is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight Yes, but I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry, you have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes, it sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Okay. Unrelenting patience and the willpower to move mountains. Okay. Unrelenting patience and the willpower to move mountains. Okay. Unrelenting patience and the willpower to move mountains.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you
Ah, I see. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them. I'm happy he has on the last day.
Whoa!
And that led to an...
Actually, you must after I said those, his voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our had I not And the next thing I heard...
I see. Amenoma.
At first, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries. I don't know. Perhaps he's too... As long as he's...
Please don't get upset. If collecting... But the information...
A little confusing.
Let's try a change of scene. Rest assured.
Thank you.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
That is the most likely conclusion based on everything we know. What started as a disagreement over the price escalated and ultimately turned into a tragedy. However, in this case, only one of the parties would have started the fire. That would make the other party innocent, and they would have no reason to hide themselves from the public. If this is indeed what happened, and the innocent man hasn't come forward yet, then it suggests they may have already lost their life. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there? Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the
Darn!
Let's keep going. Since we've come, if we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma...
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Come and try some.
What other monumental changes changes could be lying just around the corner.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens,
Other monumental
God
changes
should
could be
broaden their
lying
horizons
just
in the
around
world
corner.
below. Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the
Changes
world
could be
below.
lying just around the corner.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step
Special
in becoming an
yakitori for sale. Come and
outstanding
try some.
adventurer?
Monumental changes could be lying just around the corner. What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What's my first step in becoming an
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the
Special
corner?
yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
Special yakitori for sale.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an
What
outstanding
other monumental
adventurer?
changes could be lying just around the corner? What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding
Special yakitori
adventurer?
for sale. Come and try some.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Outstanding adventurer.
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Try some.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens,
Changes could be lying
God should
just
broaden their
around-
horizons in the world below.
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
What kind of tea is this?
What a pleasant surprise.
Full throttle!
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. It felt very much like that. Indeed. We should remain
So it's an under...
The force is the source of the... Judging from the concentration,
Mrs. Nagato...
it could well be that he was all... From what I've... But most will develop. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. Step back. I'll open the door and take a... If we don't open this door, we can move no... You needn't worry.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in.
That
All we can do now, two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, quiet your mind. From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here and seems to be dissipating slowly. Quite possibly.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Wrath from the sky! Incinerate! Power that ended Python!
Forth, my blade! From whence you came!
Full throttle!
It's...
Ugh! Look at this red stuff! What is it?
by the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look. According to this letter, Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse, and
So...
he was not only whatever traces there may have been. Yes, if Amenoma...
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised for a practitioner. All the clues that... I have a hypothesis.
Wait!
I believe so. On with the search. see,
Why here?
I'm not sure.
Show yourself!
Kaede Harakazua. It's you, at last.
What's your
Indeed, there should. But what if instead of facing Amenome Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa! Shit!
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting, or rather as a means to occupy.
You're sharper many years as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan.
I presume it has something.
Indeed. He was a blade, and sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. He not only bestowed upon me, in her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single...
So, swords can become conscious? And...
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. After the death of I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power.
So, Amino, tell me, what happened?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? When they got tired or...
You're...
After I returned at long last. Kaedehara... Now.
Time to go. Wind Strider.
Rewrite history!
Fine.
Come on! We can do it! Let's...
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Into the wind!
Join me and sever that divine light!
I'll protect us.
You shall rewrite history!
Not bad.
Join me and sever that divine light! Shall rewrite history! Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down too!
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost? I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, he is but a puppet that can be... The end result is... And even if I were, by any means...
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of each, but from your movements...
Really?
As I've mentioned, since the blade is currently possessing Amenome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me in that
Because all of that, I've been wondering, now that I've seen... After all...
Oh, that's...
Only when Mr. Well, you were determined. I think you realize, but the way I see...
What would you know about any of this?
You returned to... Even if you were to sever that divine light. Sure, you inherit... How could you...
Silence! I will concede.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to... I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. It is...
How stubborn. I do not believe...
What?
Very well. Once we have dealt with them...
And as for your end of...
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only... The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests the power of the Tatarigami lied.
But...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are... Now...
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but it's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the adventure. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base...
All right.
What about...
The blade says he'll let Aminoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own...
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay.
Cold beer after...
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Try and stop me! Hip. Full throttle!
Whoa, what a lineup. We'll be unstoppable. Ready for a rehearsal?
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Get down to business.
Strider.
Now look at this! More! As one with wind and cloud!
Wind strike!
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is in... Let's keep going.
It's my lucky day!
The wind knows me.
Buried
Into the wind. Fallen leaves.
Adorn my night! Finally,
One with nature.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to... He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amano Mayuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
One strike will suffice.
Wind Strider!
Cheap tricks. I'm ready.
As one with wind and cloud.
Into the wind!
Fall before me. You win.
Wind Strider!
That was such a close call.
My apologies. In the end, I still needed your help.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really...
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time, we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. You're... I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield, but regrettably we are nothing alike. I will never understand the only one who truly understood you at all.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup! We can help this time!
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Let's get down to business. The perfect distance.
The wind knows me.
Going somewhere?
Into the wind. One with nature.
I'm ready! This battle.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen... No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first... I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for...
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind... your...
Actually... Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, skill, blade, determination, and desire. All. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from Tatarigami as a though you tried to...
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it.
I resisted it. I feel a great... The moment you have known this.
He gave me... How could I... I said to him...
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither... When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard all he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith. That they were...
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami.
Right. This blade... Yes. Time would not wait. He seems to have...
Let's dance.
When I look back at the past, I once took, but darkness. Not only did I fail...
You are finally
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and but I still cannot bring myself to forsake. So...
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push...
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Ame no Mayuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot mild. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that, alas, after that, he never rose, nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battles. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey, the next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle, and...
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Ame no Mayuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit. He must have plenty of reason.
Understood.
I see. I utterly despise. If a duel can help to I do not wish to.
There's no need to worry.
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. In any case, for a...
Let's play!
Try and stop me! Rev the engines!
Hip. Is this our fate?
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our... Still. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Into the wind. One with nature. It's fine. Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance, a sense of...
You also fought well. There are a few things...
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness. It is too...
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see... I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaede Harakazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes,
Thank you.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go...
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
Woo!
It's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin. But I have some good...
Really?
Yes. Badly and now that you...
I think I know.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief...
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
But... Guess there's nothing we can say to change your mind, huh?
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made.
You've the Tenryou Commission.
Wow!
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmith. Were I to accept...
You misunderstand. That was...
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking...
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Woo! Whoa! Like, about these descendants. As for your brother... Whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out. Woo! Whoa! Whew. Ever tried chasing waves before? You wanna try? Well, come on, no time like the present. I'll help you find the closest beach. Woo! Whoa! Carving waves! Amazing! Orders given. Orders received.
Pyroclastic surge! Light it up! Ha!
Faster! Let's rip,
Wrath from the sky!
Let the show begin. Life goes on. Let's ride! Ha! Oh!
Try and stop me! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Carving waves! Woo! Whoa! Need to surf faster!
Full throttle! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
I'll protect us. Sacred name, fortune preserver. Carving waves! Magnetic wave!
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Ready, steady, go! Let the show be.
Try and stop me! Incinerate! Ka! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
Wheel of life.
Full throttle!
Hype.
Light of the blazing sun!
Life goes on.
Rev the engines! Pyroclastic surge!
Check this out! That's the launch! Let's ride!
Light of the blazing sun!
Wheel of life. Come on! We can do it! Let the show begin.
Burn it down! Not bad. Breath from the sky! Incinerate!
I'll protect us. Life goes on.
Try and stop me! Incinerate! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate! Rev the engines! Incinerate! Breath from the sky! Incinerate!
Guys.
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Let's dance.
Pyroclastic surge!
Carving wave.
Light of the blazing sun!
Let's ride. La, 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 la. Let the show begin. Wheel of life.
Try and stop me! Breath from the sky! Rise with the sun! Incinerate! Light of the blazing sun!
Carving wave. Off we go. Need a surfboard? Off we go. Faster.
Pyroclastic surge!
always. I'll protect us.
Not bad. Rev the engines! Rev from the sky!
Carving wave! Burst up! Check this out! That's the launch!
Light of the blazing sun!
Let's dance! Huh. Let's ride!
Opening box of Adeptitrix. Wheel of Life. Yeah.
Try and stop me! Pyroclastic surge!
Carving waves!
Fine. The secret of your last act, that the fate of the Bourgeois Brotherhood was sealed.
Are you buying or not?
Are a requirement for locomotion.
Auto reconfiguration is in
One.
Rooms are a requirement for locomotion on land.
Lee Pavilion. Best Lee food in town. Lee Pavilion. Best Lee food in town.
1, 2, breathe. 3, 4, and, Let's go somewhere cooler. One, 2, breathe. 3, 4, and, Hey, do you know what? Neither do I. I already forgot. One, 2, breathe. 3, 4, and,
Rev the engines!
Need the help of an elder, huh? Huh?
Let's get out there and make some friends.
Let's do this.
Been a while since I've limbered up. Huh? Academic research isn't some kind of fad. Topics don't just go in and out of fashion. Dare to mess with me? We'll see about that.
The sun is setting in his sky. Time for him to say goodbye.
Try and stop me! Full throttle!
What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam, Farozan, and I'll see if I can pick that up. Huh?
Try and stop me! Full throttle!
Phew.
Come in, take a seat. We have a few... This wine is heavenly. What you like? Hey, go on, drink some more.
I've heard much. See, a little bird told me that the legendary treasure hoarder, Big
Stanley, want me to talk to Catherine?
Ah, of course I'll still need the bulk of. What?
Wait,
You?
This will be interesting.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Burn it down! Ha!
strength still fails me.
Finding someone to chat to would be better than just standing around.
Wind go with you.